Hello everyone and welcome back to Algebra 1. Today we are getting ready to begin on concept number 3, which is patterns and linear functions. Now, please make sure you have a pencil and paper ready to take note, and make sure you take note of this diagram. Let me explain it first. Okay? So, first we start off with x. X will represent our independent variable. We will call it our input. So what goes in? Now, the independent variable is just that. It is a variable that is independent. So regardless of anything, that variable is what it is. Goes into a function. Now, our y, which in this case is going to be our dependent variable, or also known as our output. This means that our y depends on our x, which is our independent variable, to be able to, depending on what x is, that will be our output of our function. So whatever, it doesn't matter what x is, when it goes into the function, our output, y, will depend on x. Whatever x was will give us our result of y, which is our output. Okay? Let's go ahead and get into this example. In this example, our input or independent variable is going to be the triangle. Our dependent variable or our output is going to be the perimeter. So depending on the triangles, we will have a different perimeter each time. For example, here we have one triangle that gives us a perimeter of 3. Okay? Now let's say we have two triangles. Because now we have two triangles, our perimeter is of 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's say we continue the pattern by adding just one triangle at a time. Let's say we add a third triangle. This gives us a perimeter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 triangles gives us a perimeter of 5. And so it continues. This is our pattern. Our independent variable or input and our output, which is the dependent variable. Does that make sense? Now for your assignment today, I want you guys to take this example, okay? Following the same steps we took to figure out the amount of triangles and the perimeter it gave us, we're going to do the same thing, but this time with squares. One square gives us a perimeter of 4. You can see here, our input is 1, our output is 4. Now, 2 squares gives us an output of 6. 3 squares gives us an output of 8. And you can see here how I drew out the examples. Now, you have to fill out the spots for 4 squares, 5 squares, and 6 squares. And also figure out how many squares would give us a perimeter of 22. Okay? Now, make sure to make things easier for you to draw out each additional square. That will make your life so much easier to count out the perimeter. So please go ahead and do so for 4 squares, 5 squares, and 6 squares. Okay? If you need any extra help, please do not hesitate and ask. I'm here to help. I hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to be hearing back from everyone very, very soon. Goodbye.